Welcome back to Retired Pennies World, the place where we explore coins that could be hiding serious value in your pocket, your drawer, or your collection. Today, we're focusing on the 1988 P Washington quarter, a coin that many people overlook because it seems so common. But believe it or not, even modern quarters like this one can have secrets that make them highly sought after by collectors. So if you've ever wondered whether a coin from the late 1980s could be worth more than its face value, this video is for you. Let's start with some basic facts. The 1988 P quarter was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, as indicated by the P mint mark. It belongs to the classic Washington quarter series, which began in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. Unlike earlier quarters that were made of silver, this 1988 coin is made of copper-nickel clad, meaning it has a copper core with a nickel coating. Millions of these coins were produced, making them very common in circulation. But despite its common status, there are hidden opportunities for collectors who know what to look for. Now, you might be asking, what is a 1988 P quarter really worth? For most coins that have been in circulation, the value is just 25 to 50 cents, barely more than face value. However, if you have an uncirculated coin, meaning it has never been used in daily transactions and retains its original shine, the value can increase to $1 to $3. Coins in higher grades, such as MS-63 or MS-65, can be worth $10 to $40, and coins with exceptional eye appeal or rare errors can even sell for hundreds of dollars in auctions or to serious collectors. So what exactly makes a 1988 P quarter valuable? There are a few key factors. First, condition matters a lot. Coins that are well preserved, shiny, and free from scratches or wear always attract more interest. Second, rare errors or variations can dramatically increase a coin's value. For example, some 1988 P quarters may have double die obverse or reverse, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or unusual features that were mistakes during the minting process. Even a small anomaly can make your coin worth significantly more than a regular one. Collectors love these coins because they're unique, and some of the rarer errors can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars in auctions or to serious collectors. Grading is another important factor in determining value. Coins are graded from MS-60 to MS-70, with MS standing for mint state, which means the coin is uncirculated. The higher the grade, the more a coin is worth. For example, an MS-65 1988 P quarter can be very desirable to collectors and might sell for $10 to $40 depending on demand. Coins graded MS-67 or higher are extremely rare and can fetch over $100. Professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC certify coins and provide buyers with confidence in their authenticity and grade, which can dramatically increase the market value. Let's take a moment to talk about why coins from the 1980s, like the 1988 P quarter, are gaining attention. Many collectors focus on older silver coins, but modern quarters are increasingly valuable because of rare mint errors, high-grade examples, and the sheer volume of coins produced. A well-preserved 1988 P can easily stand out in a collection, and if it has a unique error, it can become the centerpiece of a coin collection. If you're new to coin collecting, here's a tip. Always examine your coins carefully. Look for unusual markings, minting errors, or anything that seems different from standard quarters. Even small differences, like a doubled mint mark or a die crack, can mean a coin is much more valuable than it seems. Using a magnifying glass or a coin loop can help you spot these tiny details. Additionally, storing your coins properly is crucial. Avoid touching the surface with bare fingers. Keep coins in holders or flips and store them in a dry, stable environment. Proper care ensures that a coin maintains its value over time. Beyond the minting errors and condition, the history and legacy of the Washington quarter adds interest. The Washington quarter has been a staple of U.S. coinage for over 90 years, honoring the first president of the United States. Collectors not only look for value, but also for historical significance. The 1988 P quarter might not be silver, but it still carries a story of U.S. coinage in the late 20th century, and every coin is a piece of history in your hands. Now let's talk about circulation versus collection. Most 1988p quarters you find in change are heavily circulated, meaning they have scratches, dull surfaces, and general wear. These coins are usually worth just face value or slightly more. But coins that were saved and never used, often called uncirculated or mint state coins, can be extremely appealing. Collectors pay attention to details like the sharpness of George Washington's portraits, the clarity of the mint mark, and the luster of the coin's surface. Coins that shine like new, even decades later, can be surprisingly valuable. Collectors also love hunting for rare variants. Some 1988p quarters have unusual die characteristics, like doubled features, faint lines, or extra metal spots. Even coins with slightly different color tones or unusual wear patterns can draw attention from collectors. The excitement of finding a coin that looks ordinary but hides a secret is what makes coin collecting so addictive. Many collectors have discovered rare coins simply by examining pocket change carefully. Before we wrap up, here's a final reminder for collectors. Always document and research your coins. If you find a coin that seems rare, take clear photographs, compare it to reference guides, and consider getting it professionally graded. The value of a coin isn't just in what it looks like, it's also in the verification of its rarity and authenticity. Even a coin like the 1988p, which seems ordinary, can surprise you if it has the right characteristics. Next up, we're focusing on the 1983p Washington quarter, a coin that many people overlook because it looks so common. But don't be fooled, this coin can be far more interesting than you think. Whether you're a collector or just curious about coins in circulation, stick around because the 1983p might surprise you with its hidden potential. The 1983p quarter was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, and it's part of the classic Washington Quarter series, which started in 1932 to honor George Washington. Unlike the older silver quarters, this coin is made from copper-nickel clad, meaning it contains no silver. Millions of these coins were minted, so most 1983p quarters are very common. But even among common coins, there can be rare finds that collectors love. So what is a typical 1983p quarter worth? If your coin has been in circulation, it's generally worth just 25 to 50 cents. But coins in uncirculated condition, meaning they've never been spent and retain their original shine, can be valued between $1 and $3. High-grade coins graded MS65 or higher can reach $5 to $25, and rare examples with top grades or errors can exceed $50. So even a coin from 1983 can hold surprises for the observant collector. What makes a 1983p quarter valuable? First, condition is key. Coins that are sharp, shiny, and free from scratches are more desirable. Second, rare minting errors or anomalies can dramatically increase value. Look for double die obverse or reverse, off-center strikes, broad strikes, or clipped planchets. Even subtle variations in the mint mark or die can make a coin collectible. Collectors hunt for these anomalies because they turn an ordinary coin into a potentially valuable piece. Grading also plays a major role. Coins are graded from MS60 to MS70, with MS standing for mint state, meaning uncirculated. Higher grades usually mean higher value. For example, a coin graded MS65 can attract serious collectors and sell for $5 to $25, while an MS67 or higher could exceed $50 depending on demand. Professional grading by companies like PCGS or NGC can certify the coin's authenticity and grade, increasing its market appeal. Even though it's from the 1980s, the 1983p Washington quarter can be interesting to collectors. Modern coins may not have silver, but rare errors and high-grade examples make them worth collecting. Coins with unusual features like double die details or strong luster can stand out in a collection. Many collectors have found valuable modern coins simply by examining their pocket change carefully. Here's a tip for beginners. Always inspect your coins closely. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to look for tiny details, anomalies, or minting errors. Coins with unusual die cracks, doubled features, or color variations can be highly sought after. And remember, proper storage matters. Keep your coins in holders or flips, avoid touching the surfaces, and store them in a dry, stable environment. Coins that are well preserved maintain their value and even grow in appeal over time. The history of the Washington Quarter also adds to its charm. The series honors the first president of the United States, George Washington, and has been a staple of U.S. coinage for over 90 years. Each coin, even from 1983, carries a piece of history. Collectors don't just look for value, they look for coins that tell a story, and the 1983p Washington quarter certainly has one. Before we finish, here's one last point. Even common coins can surprise you. Some 1983p quarters with rare errors or exceptional condition have sold for much more than expected. Whether it's a slight minting anomaly, off-center strike, or flawless luster, the key is to examine every coin carefully. You never know when a seemingly ordinary quarter could be a hidden treasure. To sum it up, the 1983p Washington quarter is a coin worth checking, whether you're a collector or just curious. From circulated coins worth face value to high-grade uncirculated examples and rare error coins, this coin has something for everyone. Next time you find a 1983p quarter, take a closer look. You might have a hidden gem in your hand.
Next up, we're taking a detailed look at the 1966 Washington quarter, specifically the ones without a mint mark. You might think this coin is ordinary because it's very common, but there's more to it than meets the eye. From collector tips to hidden value, we're going to cover everything you need to know about this 1966 quarter. The 1966 quarter was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, and unlike some later coins, it does not have a P mint mark. This is normal, as Philadelphia didn't start using mint marks on quarters until 1980. This coin is made of copper nickel clad, following the 1965 change from silver to clad coins, which means it does not contain silver. Millions of these coins were produced, so it's one of the most common quarters from the 1960s. Now you might be wondering, is a 1966 quarter worth anything today? If your coin has been circulating in your pocket or wallet, it's typically worth just face value, around 25 cents. However, coins in uncirculated condition, those that have never been used and retain their original shine, can be worth $1 to $3. High-grade coins, graded MS65 or higher, can reach $5 to $25, and rare examples with top grades or errors can even exceed $50. So even though this coin is common, there are ways it can be valuable to collectors. What makes the 1966 Philadelphia quarter truly interesting is condition and errors. Coins with sharp details, full luster, or unusual die errors are highly sought after. Some errors that collectors look for include double die obverse or reverse, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets. Even minor anomalies can turn an otherwise ordinary coin into a collectible. Paying close attention to these features is key for anyone serious about coin collecting. Grading is another factor that impacts value. Coins are graded from MS60 to MS70, with MS meaning mint state, which indicates uncirculated coins. Higher grades almost always mean higher value. For example, a coin graded MS65 can be quite desirable to collectors, while coins graded MS66 or higher can command significantly more. Professional grading by services like PCGS or NGC can confirm the authenticity and grade of a coin, increasing its market value. Collectors also enjoy hunting for rare varieties. Even though the 1966 quarter is common, some coins might have die cracks, faint doubling, or slightly off-center features, which make them unique. The thrill of finding a rare coin hiding in your collection or change is one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting. You never know when a coin that looks ordinary could be a hidden gem. If you're a beginner, here's a tip. Always examine your coins carefully. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to check for small details that might indicate errors or anomalies. Proper storage is also important. Keep coins in holders or flips. Avoid touching them with bare hands and store them in a dry, stable environment. Well-preserved coins maintain their value and can even appreciate over time. The history of the Washington Quarter series adds even more appeal. Each coin honors George Washington, the first president of the United States, and has been in circulation for over 90 years. Even a 1966 quarter without a mint mark carries a story of mid-20th century U.S. coinage. Collectors value both historical significance and condition, and this coin has a little bit of both. Finally, remember that even common coins like the 1966 Philadelphia quarter can surprise you. Rare errors, high-grade examples, and coins with exceptional luster can fetch much more than face value.
By examining your collection carefully and understanding what makes a coin desirable, you could uncover a hidden treasure that others overlook. To wrap up, the 1966 Washington Quarter No Mint Mark is a fascinating coin because it's common enough to find easily, yet can hide serious value for collectors. From circulated coins to high-grade uncirculated examples and rare mint errors, this quarter has something for everyone. Next time you see a 1966 quarter, take a closer look. You might have a hidden gem in your hands.
Next up, we're exploring the 1974D Washington Quarter, minted at the Denver Mint. At first glance, this coin might look ordinary because millions were produced, but don't be fooled. Some 1974D quarters can surprise collectors with their hidden value. The 1974D quarter is part of the classic Washington Quarter series, which started in 1932. Unlike older silver quarters, coins from 1965 onward, including this 1974D, are made of copper-nickel clad, meaning they contain no silver. Millions of these coins were minted, so it's very common in circulation. However, condition and rarity can make certain coins stand out to collectors. So, what is a typical 1974D quarter worth? If your coin has been in circulation, it's generally valued at 25 to 50 cents, just above face value. Coins in uncirculated condition, never circulated and retaining full luster, can be worth $1 to $3. High-grade coins graded MS65 or higher can sell for $5 to $25, and rare top-grade coins, or those with errors, can exceed $50. So, even though this coin is common, there is potential value for collectors who know what to look for. What makes a 1974D quarter more valuable? First, condition matters greatly. Coins that are sharp, shiny, and free from scratches are more desirable. Second, rare mint errors can dramatically increase value. Some of the errors collectors look for include double die obverse or reverse, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and clipped planchets. Even subtle anomalies, like a doubled mint mark, can make a coin highly collectible. Grading is another factor in determining value. Coins are graded from MS60 to MS70, with MS standing for mint state, which means uncirculated. Higher grades almost always command higher prices. A coin graded MS65 can attract serious collectors and sell for $5 to $25, while MS66 or higher coins could be worth $50 or more. Professional grading by services like PCGS or NGC certifies coins, increasing their market value. Even though 1974D quarters are modern and common, collectors still hunt for rare varieties and high-grade examples. Some coins may have die cracks, doubled features, or unusual color tones, making them unique. The thrill of finding a rare coin in your pocket change or collection is one of the most exciting parts of coin collecting. You never know when an ordinary coin could turn into a hidden treasure. For beginners, here's a tip. Always examine your coins carefully. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to look for mint errors or anomalies. Proper storage is important too. Keep coins in holders or flips, avoid touching the surface, and store them in a dry environment. Coins that are well preserved maintain their value and may even appreciate over time. The Washington Quarter series also carries historical significance. Every coin honors George Washington, the first president of the United States, and has been in circulation for over 90 years. Even though the 1974D isn't silver, it still holds historical value and an important part of U.S. coinage history. Collectors appreciate both the history and condition of coins like this. Finally, even common coins like the 1974D can surprise you. Rare mint errors or high-grade examples can sell for far more than face value. By examining coins carefully, you could uncover a hidden gem. The key is to pay attention to condition, anomalies, and historical context. To sum up, the 1974D Washington Quarter is a coin worth examining, from circulated coins to uncirculated high-grade examples and rare errors. Next up, we are taking a close look at the 1991 quarter dollar with the D mint mark, a coin that many people have used without ever realizing that in the right condition or with special features, it can be worth much more than just 25 cents.
While this quarter is common in circulation, collectors know that certain examples of this coin can carry impressive value. The 1991 D quarter was minted in Denver, which is shown by the small D mint mark below the date. It belongs to the long-running Washington quarter series that began in 1932 and is known for its classic design. On the front of the coin is George Washington in a strong and dignified portrait representing leadership and freedom, while the reverse features the traditional bald eagle holding arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace. This eagle design was used until 1998, making the 1991 quarter part of the final years of this historic style before the state quarters program changed U.S. coinage forever. The coin is made of a copper core with outer layers of nickel, giving it a bright silver appearance while remaining durable for daily use. It weighs 5.67 grams and measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, which is standard for modern quarters. Millions of these coins were produced, so most 1991 D quarters found today are worn and usually worth only face value to $1. However, coins that were saved early and remain in excellent condition can be worth much more to collectors. When we look at values based on condition, the difference becomes very clear. A heavily circulated 1991 D quarter may only be worth 25 cents to $1. A lightly circulated example with decent detail may sell for $2 to $5. An uncirculated coin with strong luster can be worth $8 to $20. Coins graded MS63 often sell for $15 to $30, while gem-quality coins graded MS65 can reach $40 to $90 or more. Extremely rare high-grade examples, such as MS66 or higher, have sold at auction for $200 to $400, and in some exceptional cases, nearly perfect specimens have been valued at over $1,000, showing how even a modern quarter can become a serious collector coin. Another exciting reason collectors search for the 1991 D quarter is because of mint errors in rare varieties. Some coins were struck off-center, meaning the design is shifted, and these can be worth $50 to several $100 depending on how dramatic the error is. Double die errors, where the numbers or letters appear doubled, can also greatly increase value. Clipped planchets, where part of the coin is missing due to a minting mistake, and broad strikes, where the coin appears wider than normal, are also highly collectible and can bring strong prices. In rare and dramatic cases, error coins from this year have sold for four-figure amounts, especially when professionally certified. To know if your 1991 D quarter might be valuable, examine its condition closely. Strong shine, sharp details in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, and minimal scratches are signs of a higher-grade coin. Any unusual shape, missing metal, or doubled lettering could indicate a valuable error. If your coin looks special, sending it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC can significantly increase its market value in collector interest. What makes the 1991 D quarter interesting is that it comes from a time just before major changes in U.S. coin design, and as years pass, clean examples become harder to find. This gives the coin growing importance among collectors who appreciate both history and quality.
Welcome back to Retired Pennies World, the place where everyday coins turn into hidden treasures and simple pocket change reveals stories of real value. Today, we are exploring the 1993 P quarter dollar, a coin that many people have used without a second thought, yet one that can sometimes be worth far more than just 25 cents. This quarter may look ordinary, but for collectors, it represents an important part of modern American coin history and, in special cases, a chance to own a truly valuable piece. The 1993 P quarter dollar was minted in Philadelphia, which is why it carries a small P mint mark beneath the date. It belongs to the famous Washington quarter series that first began in 1932 and remained mostly unchanged for decades. The front of the coin shows George Washington, the first president of the United States, facing left in a powerful and dignified portrait that symbolizes leadership and freedom. The reverse features the classic bald eagle holding arrows and an olive branch, a design that represents strength and peace, and was used until 1998, just before the state quarters program completely changed U.S. coin designs. Because of this, the 1993 quarter is part of the final era of the traditional American coin style. This coin is made of a copper core with outer layers of nickel, giving it a bright silver appearance while keeping it strong enough for everyday use. It weighs 5.67 grams and measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, which is standard for modern quarters. Hundreds of millions of these coins were produced, so most examples found in circulation today are common and heavily worn. These circulated coins are usually worth face value, around 25 cents to $1, depending on their condition. However, when the coin has been well preserved and shows strong shine, sharp details in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, and very few scratches or marks, its value can rise noticeably. Uncirculated 1993 P quarters, meaning coins that were never used in daily transactions, are where collectors begin to show serious interest. A lightly uncirculated coin may sell for $3 to $8, while a very clean example with sharp detail and bright original luster can bring $15 to $20. When a coin reaches gem quality, usually graded MS65, its value can jump to $30, $50, or even $75. Extremely rare high-grade coins such as MS66 or MS67 are highly sought after, and these have sold for $200 to $500 or more at auctions, depending on their beauty and market demand. In some exceptional cases, special proof-like or nearly perfect specimens have been listed or sold for over $1,000, proving that even a modern coin can become a serious investment. One of the most exciting parts of collecting the 1993 P quarter is the possibility of finding error coins and rare varieties. Some coins were struck off-center, meaning the design appears shifted, and these can be worth $50 to several $100, depending on how dramatic the error is. Double die errors, where the numbers or letters appear doubled, can also increase the value greatly. Clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin is missing due to a minting mistake, and broad strikes, where the coin spreads wider than normal, are also highly collectible and can sell for hundreds of dollars. In rare and extreme cases, dramatic mint errors have reached four-figure prices, especially when certified by professional grading services. To determine whether your 1993 P quarter is valuable, you should carefully examine its condition. Look for strong shine, sharp details in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, and very few scratches or marks. Any unusual shape, missing metal, or doubled lettering could indicate a valuable error. If you believe your coin is special, sending it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC can greatly increase its credibility and market value. What makes the 1993 P quarter truly interesting is that it comes from a time just before a major change in U.S. coinage. It represents the end of a classic design era, and as years pass, finding clean, high-quality examples becomes harder. This means that even though it's a modern coin, its collector value has the potential to grow over time, especially for the best-preserved pieces. In the end, the 1993 P quarter dollar teaches us that value is not always obvious at first glance. A simple coin that once passed through millions of hands can today be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars if it has the right condition or a rare mint error. So always take a moment to check your change, old jars, and forgotten coin boxes, because hidden treasure can sometimes be sitting quietly in the most ordinary places. Thank you for watching Retired Pennies World, and until next time, keep searching your coins, because history and value may be waiting right in your pocket.